What's going on, everyone? Mike Kadlick, Tayler Kyles here for CLNS Media inside Gillette Stadium on a rainy Tuesday as the Patriots continue to trudge through their 2024 season, now at 3-9, heading to Sunday to take on the Indianapolis Colts. A reminder, we're powered by Prize Picks and Game Time. Head over to Prize Picks, use code CLNS for $50 instantly when you play $5, and head over to Game Time, use that code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. All right, Taylor. Playing the Colts this weekend. Patriots need to get better against the blitz. Didn't do it as well last weekend against Miami. A lot of miscommunication errors between him and Pop Douglas. I know you spoke to Pop, so I want to get his view on it in a second. Drake Maye spoke about it today at the podium, saying that it just comes down to getting the ball out quicker. There's been a lot of second-level, third-level blitzes as he's continued to grow and get better against some of these NFL defenses. So what do you make of it? What do they have to do? What's going on? Why are there so many issues? And how do they improve this weekend against the Colts?
Yeah, and Drake also acknowledged that they've been better against the blitz in other weeks. This was really just one of the down weeks. We did see more of those defensive back blitzes from the Miami Dolphins. The Colts send secondary blitzes at one of the higher rates in the NFL, specifically 6-man blitzes. So it's going to put a lot of onus on the Patriots to, one, make sure they've got it blocked up. Make sure you have enough people in protection to be able to protect Drake Maye. But also, if you see some openings, like Drake Maye has said, sometimes you just got to play ball and understand if the defender in front of you is rushing, sometimes you just got to cut off your route. Now, like you mentioned, I spoke to Demario Douglas. There were a couple of times where it felt like he and Drake Maye weren't exactly on the same page. One was a sit route where it felt like Demario started to kind of drift into the defender. Drake Maye hesitated and then threw behind him. Also, Demario Douglas said that was one of the coolest plays he's made in his career. He said, wow, I caught it and was looking at my hand like, oh, it's in there. Obviously, that was very cool. But then another play that, has drawn some criticism, I know you tweeted it out, was a slant where Drake Maye threw way behind Demario Douglas against the blitz. But Demario Douglas told me there was no adjustment. He was just running a slant. And I've also spoken to Evan Lazar, obviously friend of the show, and he mentioned that he spoke to Austin Hooper, and a lot of the time in this offense, they don't really have those hot adjustments where guys will see something happen and then cut off their route. The real thing that they want to do is make sure that they have it blocked up and can just run the scheme that's called. Now, obviously, you can debate whether or not you agree with that strategy, I don't really either, but that is a theme of these West Coast offenses. Yeah. So there's got to be some type of middle ground between, this may not be what the route is on paper, but Drake Maye told us a couple weeks back, I don't always want you to run the route that's on paper. I want you to be able to exploit the defense and just play football. So we'll see how they do against this Colts secondary, but obviously it's got to be better. And also Drake's got to be better himself. When he talked about getting the ball out of his hands, there was a play where he had time to get it to Austin Hooper, but hesitated for some reason and held on to the ball. So everybody's got to be better across the board. But if they're going to stand a chance, we talked about obviously the penalties. One reason they're getting behind the chains. Another is the sacks and the turnovers, the strip sacks we mentioned on our review of the game last week. Gerard Mayo's harped on it. Drake Maye's harped on it. He's got to protect the football, especially when it's preventable when he's in the pocket.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be an offensive guru, an offensive analyst, really, but there are some times where it's like, okay, the guy blitzes, there's a wide open space, just play ball and throw the ball out there. And I get that, it's not built into those West Coast offense, but like you said, those are things that they can build onto it and they can add onto it. And if Drake, Pop, AVP, TC McCartney see that in the film room and Drake says, no, I want to throw this there, then they should add that to the system. So we'll see if it happens, if they can continue to build on it and grow as they take on the Indianapolis Colts this weekend, another heavy blitzing team in the NFL. Patriots playing here on Sunday against the Colts. We will be here for Patriots Press Pass.